Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what's going on. Listen, it is fight week. It has begun. You know what time it is. You have Canelo versus Charlo. Need I say more? We're going to break everything down. We're going to get into predictions. You already know. Make sure you put your predictions in the comment sections. We're going to be very interactive. We're going to be bringing a lot of news and updates leading up to this weekend. This is going to be a big week for boxing. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports. Battle of Undisputed Champions is set for September 30th. When Saul, you know who that man is, Canelo Alvarez, we don't need to say nothing else. He will put his 4 super middleweight championships on the line against undisputed junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo. The fight is Alvarez's third defense of his undisputed status and Charlo's first trip up to 168-pound division. I just want to let everybody know history will be made, especially if you're a Charlo fan. Canelo has, we're going to break it all down because a lot of people got Canelo mixed and screwed. But this is going to be a big test. We're going to get all into it. Make sure you subscribe. I got my man Phonics in the building. Phonics, was good.
What's going on? Let's talk about
What's
it.
good? You see what's going on. Yeah, you got Canelo versus Charlo this week. As you can see, this is going to be a big week in boxing. As we coming off of the big fights, you know, obviously you had Javante, then you had Bud Crawford. Where does this fight stack up in the mix of all of these big time super fights?
Unfortunately for everybody out there, it doesn't. It doesn't stack up as it's probably of the lowest of those fights. Again, Canelo has this kind of mystique in boxing. Everybody considers him the best and this and that, but he hasn't had any title fights in I think his last 3 fights, and he didn't look good. Yeah, he beat Caleb Plant, but he didn't look good. He didn't look sharp. However, I think he's going to knock out Charlo. I think he's going to knock Charlo out. He's the bigger fighter, and he hits harder. So I don't know. If Jermell Charlo has bitten off more than he can chew, you know what I'm saying? He probably should have messed around and got in there with Zoo, but he wants to go for the payday. It's going to be a nice payday. A lot of people are going to watch, but I have him get knocked out in the 6th round.
Man, a lot of people are not discounting what my man Charlo is bringing to the table. We all know this is going to be a big test for him. Charlo earned undisputed status at 154 pounds in his last outing when he scored a TKO over Brian Castano in May 2022. The bout was a rematch from that 2021 encounter that ended in the in a disputed draw that many believe Castano had done enough to win. Charlo is unbeaten in his last 5 fights since losing a decision to Tony Harrison. So a lot of people are definitely giving him a puncher's chance. Do you feel like since Canelo, like you said, he got this mystique in boxing, we all know what's going on with Canelo Alvarez. This man is undisputed. He's 59-2, and he got 2 draws, IBF, WBA, WBC, WBO. Do you feel like that the previous fights with Bivol, do you think people are still holding on to that despite him, still trying to move forward?
You,
That
you,
fight is still carrying over?
Hell yeah, you damn right, and that's what I'm holding on to. Bill will beat his ass convincingly, and again, he dodged Bivol. See, dudes be dodging, and everybody be forgetting about that. Just like Charlo dodged Tim Tszyu. Now, whether we think Tim Tszyu is a great fighter or not, then okay, whatever. But he might have got his ass
I
whooped.
want to add to that when you're done.
Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
add to that. You brought up Tim Tszyu because this fight came out of the mid blue. People don't remember it was supposed to be Jamal and Canelo, but for whatever reason, Jamal swooped in. But from all accounts, we all wanted to see the Charlo versus Tim Tszyu bout. Tim Tszyu looked like he was hell bent on Charlo, and as you can see, it's looking like you think he ducked him. Do you think that he gonna circle back around? We've been hearing the Canelo Bivol. Do you think that's possible? Do you think Charlo is going to circle back around and fight Tim Zoo when this is all said and done, or they just moving on to paydays?
Yeah, they moving on the paydays. I don't think so. I think though, Canelo's camp advised him not to fight Bivol again because Bivol will hurt him, and Bivol will hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But however, Canelo's a Mexican fighter. They don't really duck and dodge like that. They take on all comers. So yeah, he might have dodged him this time around just to get some paper. But once he knocks out Charlo, he'll probably get back to Bivol. I just
So
don't see
so
Canelo as what he
so
used to be. I don't see him as what he used to be.
mm,
Everybody has him on that. I think that he's believed the hype. He hasn't trained as hard. He has not looked in his last three fights. He has not looked that sharp at all. Like I said, yes, he beat Caleb Plant, but what is that to say? Caleb Plant just lost his last fight, so that's not saying much.
and that was the Benavidez where a lot of people feel like Charlo ducked
That's correct.
Benavidez. Benavidez yeah, Benavidez won Charlo. Everybody won Charlo.
I like Benavidez.
Pardon me, not Charlo. I mean Canelo.
I
Canelo
like
won Charlo.
Benavidez. I like Benavidez. He tough. He tough. He tough. He hit hard too.
So,
He hit hard.
right. Charlo, I think, deserves credit because he is moving up. To take this fight obviously is a big money play. But who stands to earn more of a win? I mean, who needs this win more out of these two?
In my humble opinion, Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez, because his career has been on a decline. However, I say that that's just me saying that. His peers, they really look up to him, and they revere Canelo Alvarez. His peers think he's one of the best fighters of his generation. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, why he's still popular, yeah, he gonna always get attention and he gonna always get the fights and he always gonna make good money. Because people just want to get in the ring with him. But like I said, I think he's gonna knock Charlo out. He's a bigger fighter.
Right. Well, we're gonna find out. The last time we did see Charlo, I remember it was a situation where Bud Crawford was in the stands, letting it be known he was gonna be next. It's crazy with that fight. Do you think Charlo want to? What do you think about that? A fight like that between quickly. Let's say Charlo wins. He beats Canelo. What do you see a fight between Charlo and Bud Crawford, and how big would that be? And do you see it really happening?
I can't see it happening next year. I think if Bud fights next year, he only gonna fight one time, and that would be against Errol Spence for the rematch. Um, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. And if Charlo wants to stay active, he gonna have to forget that. He not gonna get Bud. I think it gotta be Spence and Crawford. Either fighter can't go anywhere else. It has to be those two. They have to clash again.
Right. And we will be documenting it all, man. We want to appreciate all y'all for tuning in. This Flight Sports. This was your fight week predictions. We're gonna be breaking some more news down this week, so make sure you subscribe. And also, we got a lot of things to discuss in boxing. Period. The 135 division is going rampant. There's a lot to talk about. It's Flight Sports TV.